Breaking developments in the case of 4-year-old Haylee Donovan, who was last seen with her mother and mom's sex offender boyfriend, Robbie Potter.
Mommy meets a convicted sex offender in jail. Sex offender released. Within hours, Mommy takes off on a so-called camping trip to the remote and rugged terrain in central Ohio. What do they take? Food, water, provisions, and Mommy's 3-year-old baby girl.
Police are on the hunt for Potter, who they claim escaped from the Volunteers of America halfway house where he was supposed to be kept. Also today is another sex offender linked. Haylee's uncle, Kyle Watson, is a convicted rapist and registered sex offender who's housed at the same halfway house as Potter. Police believe Potter made initial contact with Candace Watson at the halfway house.
She said, "Mom, I just dropped him off, and I'll be there, and I'll talk to you when I got there," and hung up.
And that was the last time Mary Watson spoke to her daughter Candace. She and her 4-year-old granddaughter, Haylee Donovan, were supposed to be on a camping trip with this man, Robbie Potter, a Tier 3 sex offender, recently released from prison and living in a halfway house. The three were supposed to be back in Crestline more than a week ago, but they have yet to return or even call.
My son had called Saturday night, told us what this guy was about, and Sunday when she had called the first time they told her, she said she wanted to talk to me and hung up. When I talked to her, that's when I told she was sounding like she was real scared, and she was real short and hung up.
And that was the last.
And that's the last time I've heard from her.
Joining me right now from the police department, Crestline, Ohio, is Haylee's grandmother, Mary Watson. Miss Watson, thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Miss Watson, I know that you told us you heard from your daughter, I believe it was last Sunday. What did she say?
The last thing she said to me, that she dropped him off in Bucyrus, and she would talk to me right when she got home, or when she come over. And then the phone hung up.
You said she sounded afraid. Why do you say that?
Yeah. Just the tone in her voice. And she was real short with me. And she's not like that.
Did you get the sense that someone was right there with her?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, I want to go to Chief Tim McLaren with the Crestline Police Department. Chief, thank you so much for being with us. What the grandmother is saying, that the mom says she dropped him, the sex offender boyfriend, off. Where is that?
In Bucyrus. It's about 20 miles from Crestline.
Chief, has there been activity on a credit card or an ATM card belonging to the mom?
Not recently.
When was the last time there was activity?
We believe it was in June.
To the grandmother, Mary Watson, have you gotten any information as to where she might be?
No, I haven't.
That phone call that you received last Sunday from her, has it been traced?
Not that I know of.
Chief, has it been traced?
That's information we don't want to discuss at this point due to our investigation.
To Bill Majeski, can you trace a call back to a public payphone?
Generally, yes, you can.
Okay.
It takes a little bit of time, but it can be done.
Okay, to the grandmother, Mary Watson, was the phone call from her cell phone or from another phone?
I believe it's from her cell phone.
And
I was on my cell phone as her number.
Okay, was that the last activity that you know of on her cell phone?
As far as I know, I haven't been able to get a hold of her or anything.
To Alexis Wiley with WSYX. Alexis, everything is developing so quickly. What can you tell us?
Well, you know, Nancy, police have issued a warrant for Candace Watson's arrest. They believe she played a role in helping Robbie Potter escape from this halfway house. Last night, they arrested Haylee's father, James Donovan, her uncle, Kyle Watson, and James Donovan's girlfriend, Nicole Kirkpatrick. Right now, the U.S. Marshals are getting involved, and their main priority is to find Haylee.
To Matt Bruning with News Talk 610 WTVN, wait, you're telling me that the mother, Candace Watson, who took off on a camping trip with her 4-year-old little girl and a sex predator that she met when he was in lockdown at a halfway house, she's got a warrant on her for helping him get away. Basically, she's the wheelman. She drove the car for him to escape from the lockdown. The biological father and the mom's brother and girlfriend are all under arrest. Why were they helping this guy break out of a halfway house?
Well, that's information we don't know at this point, but we do know that these are not going to be the last arrests in this case. We understand there will be a couple more arrests that were actually expected to come in today, although I haven't heard any updates as to whether those arrests were actually made.
To Matt Zarrell, please clear this up for me.
Our understanding is that the mother's brother, the uncle, met up with Potter at the halfway house, and somehow Potter got a hold of the mother's phone number or got in contact with the mother, and that's when this all started. The father lives in an apartment next to the halfway house. He's not a resident in the halfway house.
To Mark Class, this 4-year-old little girl is in extreme danger. She is with a mother that has gone along with helping a guy escape from lockdown at a halfway house, a jail halfway house, and she's with a sex predator.
This is unbelievable. The ground zero for this case right now, it seems to me, was wherever she last phoned her mother using her cell phone. Maybe that will give law enforcement a direction. The other two leads they would have would be the potential vehicle that they're in, and then possibly a very, very nervous and afraid woman, a little girl with this big bully, this manipulative individual. It's going to be hard for him to control them over the long period of time. Therefore, it's critical that they be found and recovered as quickly as possible.
Back to Alexis Wiley with WSYX. Tell me about the vehicle we believe they're traveling in, Alexis.
Nancy, they're in a 1988 blue or black Chevy pickup truck. It's a vehicle that Candace was given just recently. We understand that it has Ohio temporary plates, number Q645916. That's the vehicle they're looking for.
And to the lawyer, Susan Moss, Kirby Clements, Doug Burns. Weigh in, Susan.
This mother let her daughter be with her boyfriend's sex offender? I mean, this guy is a sexual offender boyfriend, or as I like to call it, SOB. That is outrageous, and she's going to be prosecuted.
Karen Stark, do you believe the mom has been brainwashed?
No, I don't, Nancy. And very often in these kind of cases, the mothers give away their daughters in their desperation to have the men be in their lives.
Why is it raining?
It almost sounds like in the Watson family, there's some very deep, dark secrets. And I say this only because after hearing that the brother and the uncle of Haylee is a sex offender, sure makes me wonder what may be in the history of the family.